It's finally the finale. After this, I'll be all caught up on the show. Let's do this.
My Blitz? Ooh, you sure have a lot of horses.
Remember what I said like 5 episodes ago or something? They have no chemistry. When it's not just the physical part of their relationship, they have nothing to talk about. Nothing in common, no shared interests, or anything. Heck, they barely even know each other outside of the bedroom. I worry it won't work out because of this.
Would you be able to grab some...
Grab some what?
Never mind.
No, I'm curious. Grab some what? What is it, Stolas?
Sorry, sweetie. He thinks he's going to talk to his daughter. Hilarious!
God, this is stupid. What a poorly written villain. It's so shallow and dumb. And it sucks because she should and could have been so much more interesting. She could actually convince Octavia that Stolas doesn't care about her. It wouldn't be hard to do given how absent he's been. But no, she screams and squawks and caterwauls like a villain from a Saturday morning cartoon, twirling her mustache and going, "Wahaha, I love being evil." It's so goofy and stupid. This show has so much more mature nuance, but when it comes to the villains, it's childish and pathetic. You want me to take your story seriously? Grow up and learn to write a real villain. It'll be more interesting, entertaining, and less brain-rottingly stupid and contrived. Oh, but they have to make Stella this mustache-twirling dumbness, because if we didn't, then the show might accidentally start to address the flaws of the main characters. And we can't do that. Stolas is a twee baby, right? A perfect victim, right? He definitely wasn't the one who invited this toxic relationship based on a sexual fantasy, using Blitzo for sexual favors in a desperate attempt to escape reality because he didn't like his wife. He wasn't the one who exclusively used Blitzo for sex, then got upset when Blitz saw the relationship as exclusively sexual. No, Stolas can't acknowledge anything he's ever done wrong, because here's our over-the-top cartoon villain, and he's not as cartoonishly evil as her, so that makes him better, right? You know, I thought Blitzo didn't acknowledge his own flaws because it was a character trait, but now I'm starting to wonder if the writers are the problem here instead. Because also, yeah, they're caterwauling and yucking it up with their cartoon villainy, but also, yes, it's taken him this long to try to contact Octavia? Not right after the trial was done, not before he fell asleep. He was busy wallowing in his own self-pity to even try texting her? Yeah, Stolas, you f***ed up. Also, the imps hate Stolas, I guess? We still gotta convince you he's an innocent widow victim, I suppose. But like, they love Blitz, right? They can see Stolas and Blitz hanging out. Why would they still harass Stolas in front of Blitzo? It's so contrived. Also, we're really not going to talk about their relationship? Really? They're just fine? Really? The show was doing such a great job with the drama, the back and forth, the ups and downs of their relationship, and we're just forgetting about it? Just ignore it, I guess? What do the writers think people watch this show for?
Buddy!
You said you could kill someone immediately? I can't stand the idea of my f***ing ex-husband, my daughters, when he f***ing left me for another man.
Oh look, it's a walking, talking exemplification of the exact thing that happened with Stolas. Wow. If it was any more on the nose, it would be inside your skull. This is what we're doing with the final episode? Really?
He's been trying to call her all f***ing month and it's hilarious.
First of all, you're still caterwauling about this? Really? Really? Second, it's been a month? Blitz and Stolas have been living together for a month and they still haven't addressed their breakup? Also, like, just break in. Blitz literally broke in all the time. Couldn't he and Stolas just burst into the palace and see Octavia? That sounds like such a better and more interesting plot than whatever this lady's business is.
Your box is packed up on the bed.
Oh, like father, like daughter, I suppose. Octavia really should have played a bigger role in this story. This feels so hollow. Once I remember, she last showed up in episode friggin' 2. It's been 10 episodes away from her and I'm just supposed to care now about her? Happy pills. This is what Stolas was going to ask Blitz for? And I didn't remember this. In my script, I wrote down that I did not remember this plot point. When I went back and captured the footage, I saw that he took Happy Pills once, briefly, in like episode 1 somewhere. We just had that, forgot about it for literally the entire season, and we're not explaining them? Why was he taking them? Why did we bring this up now? Why was he taking them? Why didn't we address this? We saw Stolas lots of times. Why wasn't he taking the happy pills more? What is this plot point? So now Blitz wants a real relationship? What happened to...
I'm doing everyone a favor because relationships are boring.
What made him change his mind? This happy family? There have been tons of happy couples and happy families in this show before. You can't just have the characters decide to change. Something needs to inspire them to. And with everything Blitz and Stolas have had between them, they need to address it. Sometimes their eyes glow. Sometimes they don't. I wish it was more consistent. Also, I personally preferred when they don't glow. It can become a little too much when multiple people are on screen.
Dad?
Octavia?
Oh, so she could just show up whenever? Okay, so there really is no excuse for her not to be a more prominent presence in the show. Why not, after she bonds with Luna in episode 2, she comes by and hangs out every now and then with her. So then Octavia doesn't fall into the background. We can establish more of her character than just daddy issues, and her turmoil in this episode doesn't feel like it comes out of nowhere. Also, I know this is a huge tangent, but why did we spend so much time on Fizzerolli? I thought it would come back and play a big role in this finale, and that would be why we had to spend all that time setting up their backstory and their friendship. But no. Why waste the episodes on side characters, as fun as those episodes were, when crucially important characters like Octavia or Stella get forgotten in their stead?
Everything you are now.
You know what? Thank God. I could not stand another minute of this boring dumbasses monologuing and hamming it up.
I've been called so much worse.
What could he have said? Given this show's history, what in the world could he have actually said that deserved a bleep? Oh, Luna has a full wolf mode? I guess? I don't know. I feel like it isn't really any better than having hands. Also, I'm sorry, but the long, pretty girl hair on the whole wolf just sort of feels silly looking. If you're gonna be a wolf, be a full-on wolf, right? So is Stella not going to be a part of this great big boss fight at all? Really? The woman, the female character, the one who is actually the one getting the divorce, she can't be an integral character to the plot? Why did they introduce this stupid brother character to be the villain for her?
You lied to me! You said you would never leave me!
It wasn't my choice.
It was your choice. You chose him.
Finally, someone says it. Jeez. All the other elements of Stolas and Blitz's messy relationship has just been thrown away. Thank God they didn't just gloss over this part of it all too. And I'm glad she doesn't forgive him. I said it in an earlier episode, but it still stands. Blitz and Stolas suck. They are bad people. They are self-centered and take others for granted. And I'm glad Via has the wherewithal to see that forgiving him would only cause her more grief, more toxicity. Stolas might mean well, and he might love her, but his actions say otherwise. He is impulsive and obsessive, specifically over Blitzo. He's been obsessed with him since they were kids, and that has time and again gotten in the way of him taking care of Octavia as her father. Screw you, Stolas. You might not be a mustache-twirling cardboard cutout like Stella or her dumb ice brother, but you're still a selfish a-hole.
I don't know what to do.
Yes, I am here for this. Finally, Millie can't be shoved into the background anymore, right? Ha ha ha! Surely this plot point will mean we'll get way more Millie episodes, right? Yes!
You know, my twin sister, she hates me too. We're so f***ing close, you know, we...
Doubt it. You never talk about her. We have seen several backstory moments with Blitzo, and he's spent more time with Fizzerolli than anyone else. Heck, I don't even think Barbie's even been in a single flashback. I guess you two have something in common. You claim you care about a character, but then you never talk about them or see them, and they're never on screen. So we aren't going to talk about the fact their relationship was built on sexual favors, that Blitz wanted to insist it was only physical, crapped all over Stolas when he wanted it to be more than that they both used each other and lied to each other. We're just never going to address any of it. Instead, it's just about Stolas' daughter being mad at him. Okay, sure. We can make this about parenthood. Millie's pregnant. Blitz has an adopted daughter. Stolas is estranged from his daughter. Sure, it's a fine direction to take the story, I suppose. But it's a huge shame we just ignored the interesting drama that we were developing with their relationship and breakup just to jump over all of it to get here. That's a bummer, man. It was so good for a while there, too. Season 2 was a roller coaster. Lots of ups and downs, some really great stuff, some very bad stuff. I don't think they really stuck the landing, and I feel like they rushed past a lot of potentially interesting things to hurry into this fairy tale finale. I'm curious what season 3 would bring, but I'm also a little worried it'll be rushed with its next steps for the story too. I would say the best episode was definitely World Apology Tour. It was really well written. The drama was great and believable, it was funny and emotional, and it juggled those two things really well. The songs were good, the animation was spectacular. It's easy to jazz up big flashy moments like fight scenes, but this episode proved how great talking scenes can look too. There was a lot of crowd shots, and it all looked consistently excellent, with great facial expressions too, though I admit, while I think that's the best episode, the one with the best songs was Mammon's Magnificent Musical. Legitimately, I have listened to Juggling is Cool multiple times a day since I've seen that episode. The worst, well, as disappointing this finale was, I'd say the worst was 100% Unhappy Campers. It just ruined Moxie for me. It was annoying and stupid. The songs sucked, the conflict was dumb, Blitz's whole role was pointless, Barbie has gone absolutely nowhere with the story, just an awful, dumb waste of time. Looking forward to season 3, I hope they start to lean away from the action stuff. It's fine, but it also takes a lot of time away from the developing drama, which I think is the show's strongest element. I hope important characters can stay relevant in the story. I'm fine with a few episodes here or there developing other characters, like the Fizzarolli stuff, but I wouldn't feel like it's such a weird interruption if other, arguably more important characters didn't go missing for huge chunks of time. Also, I want more Sally Mae, cause she's really cute, and I love her, and she's my favorite. More Sally Mae, every episode Sally Mae. I think the biggest thing they need to work on is how they write their villains. They are so in desperate need of more depth. It makes the conflicts feel contrived at best or stupid at worst. Smaller things, I hope we get to see other sins, like Belphegor and Leviathan, just cause I think the big sins are cool. I don't think we've been to the Envy Ring yet, and that'd be neat to see. Hopefully it's not another city. I hope Stolas doesn't stay mopey and miserable the whole time. I want way more Millie and Luna episodes, and I guess I'll just have to wait and see how it'll all eventually play out. This has been a super long one, and I hope you had fun going through the show with me. Extra special shout out to my $10 patrons. You're all amazing. Andrew, Valhalla Knight, Chamomile, Classy Critic, Genital War Thunder, Jake, Amber, Hype Man, Isaiah, Scaring Crows, Not All That Evil, Holly, Messiah Complex, Jacob, Ben Sketchbook, Rain, Trash, Wild Pilot, Josh, Twisty, Juan, Bunkin Duncan, Hoodie Angel, Ranger, Hutmut Butt, Primaroon, Steve, Overhypen, Knight, Plague, Unspoken, Tyrene, Thanos, Pandemonium, Peter, Agiri, BR Beginner, and Shahid.